Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We might be kind of shorthanded today. I think Jerry might be out. Oh, I forgot to. I thought I. There we go. How's everybody doing today? Let me know if the audio gets a little hot. Here we go. Episode 200. Look at that. Look at that thing right up in the corner there. Who says we don't ever upgrade? Although I don't think we have anything special planned today. Can you guys hear me on audio okay? Just want to double check. Happy 200. Can't believe we've been over 200 episodes. I mean, there's a couple that we've had to delete. And then there's a couple supplemental ones that I kind of do outside of the normal stream time. So I think we're probably up in the 220s, but not including the first few that we did, years back that were pre-Sketch Fighters. Is that someone on Discord?
It could be.
Oh, it's Fletchy Fletch.
Happy 200.
Hey, there we go. Happy 200. All right, let me get Fletch's head up here. Are you still sick, Fletch?
No, sick of work.
Okay, there we go. I can put you back with the group then.
What's that?
I can put you back with the group because I had you isolated earlier on.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, are you ready for WonderCon there?
Yeah. I'm just finishing up my. I did a keynote presentation. I'm going to be moderating a panel there.
Okay.
Spotlight on Sean Gordon McKay on Friday at 4 p.m.
Okay.
At WonderCon. And I'm helping a friend out, Essential Sequential. They have Dennis Cohen at the show, so I'm helping him out throughout the show, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dennis
Comicsology
Cohen?
We'll have, yeah. Dennis...
Milestone Dennis.
Cowan, right? Yeah, that's how you pronounce the name, right? Cowan?
Cowan? Dennis Cowan.
No, that's Cowan.
Cowan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be a pretty busy week for me. So we'll be checking in on you and your table.
When are you getting to the convention? Are you going down
Friday
Wednesday night?
morning.
Friday morning. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just Friday morning.
I might have to come back home Friday night.
You have something going on Friday night?
Well, I'm making these Kobe stickers. It's kind of what I'm doing right now. And I was supposed to get them. I thought I had enough time. I was going to get them Wednesday or Thursday, but now they're not going to arrive until Friday. So,
Really?
At least that's what the USPS says. USPS has been really slow lately. So, I'm hoping I can get them by Friday night. So after the convention, after dinner, I'm gonna have to drive back, and then I'm wondering if I should just sleep at home and then drive back in the morning, or drive back and then, because I have a hotel room.
Well, it depends on how you feel at night, I guess, right?
It's a lot of
when
driving.
You drive back and
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's Friday night too, but it might take you like what, an hour and a half, 2 hours to get back home. An hour and a half.
Well, I'm thinking like Friday night. If I go back, it's going to be after dinner, so it'll be around like 9 o'clock. So there shouldn't be any traffic.
Yeah, it should be that bad, but the package will be waiting for you there.
It says the email says that it'll be delivered before 9 p.m. I'm hoping it'll get delivered in the morning, but I even paid for the expedited service, but I guess the sticker company didn't. I don't know if they made it regular mail or because I added too many coupons. I'm trying out a new sticker company since the old sticker company that I used to go to, is a big how should we put it? Anyways, so there's a new one. I found a bunch of deals online, and then after the deal, I found an additional 10% off coupon. So the deals were like 54-inch stickers for like $40. So it's almost $1 each, plus tax. And then I did 8 of them. And I don't know if if you could do 8. I don't know if you're supposed to only do, one deal. But somehow I got 8 of the special deals. And then after I did that, I found another like 10% off coupon. So it knocked off another, I don't know, $4, $5.
You just stacked them all up.
Times 8, 4 times 8, another 30-something bucks. Yeah, so, man, I always look, before I buy anything online, I always look online for additional discount coupons, because you can find them. And even, like, I started doing, once you find out, like, a company's discount code, sometimes, like, the codes are expired, but then it's the nomenclature. Is that nomenclature, or the naming system is similar? So there was one where I was just starting to enter different names. Usually it's like Welcome 10 or Welcome 15 or, Friends 20.
Right.
And then sometimes they'll have a different naming system, and then you just try to type in different, like one place I found they use people's like first names and then VIP. And then, so I was just typing in different people's names. I was looking up the company's website to look at like the founders or like, people that work there, like the president or whatever, see if put their name and then VIP, see if that got me another, 10% or 20%. So, yeah, anyways, let's say hello to people in chat real quick. DYL Pickle, good to see DYL Pickle first in chat. Jamie Odell's here, good to see Jamie Odell. Lurky Lurk, resub with Prime, 36 months. Thank you so much, Lurky Lurk. James Quo's here. James Quo, resub with Prime, 41 months. Thank you, James Quo. Missed you last week, James. Kevin P. West. Good to see Kevin P. West here. Yojimbo's here. Yojimbo, tell Dave that Jerry loves him and he doesn't even like Koreans. Jerry might not come on tonight. He's taking a nap right now. He's been working really hard at the shop. So we have El Cabong here. El Cabong resub with Prime. Cabong Inc., a.k.a. El Cabong. 47 months. Thank you so much, Cabong Inc. Welcome. Happy 200th. El Cabong's been here since episode 1 along with Yojimbo. Yojimbo's been here with negative 20 when we're using other naming systems. I had like 2 other previous attempts on Twitch. It didn't last too long. But then this new Sketch Fighters, we kind of started around the pandemic, and it's 200 episodes. I guess we can say we're the longest running professional comic book artist show. Did Finch quit, or is he still on?
Well, why don't we ask the people who just joined?
Dr. Midnight, good to see Dr. Midnight. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's on stream. Hold Hope things get better for you. Thank you. Same here. Let's see. Kevin P. West. Let's see. I think maybe in the next month in April, I'll try to get some guests. If you guys like, did you guys like? We used to have guests. Finch is on YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, we have.
Am I breaking up again?
No. Well, yeah, you just said we heard you say yeah, but nothing after that.
That was for Jerry and Sean who just joined.
Oh, Jerry's here. Jerry, I thought you were asleep. Go back to sleep.
Yeah. I feel like this is kind of a big day. I wanted to be here.
Oh, well, thanks, man. But go back to sleep. Get some rest. We're gonna try to get some. Maybe I think I'm gonna talk to some people at WonderCon this coming weekend, and then try to line up some guests for the next month. You know, we used to have a bunch of guests on. We had who's the most famous guest that we had on? Walter Simonson.
I guess Cliff
Chang.
Walt.
We had a.
I was actually talking to Cliff yesterday. I was gonna bug him to come on, but I feel like I don't know, maybe when he's a little more free, so he can be a little more into it.
We had.
I asked Dustin, but he couldn't make it tonight. He had dinner plans, so.
Wow. Yeah, we want to try to get Dustin. See if he wants to jump on. We had Mike Choi. We had We had some Marvel young guns. So Mike Choi, Koi Pham. We had Perry Shen. Yeah, a bunch of people on. Name dropping.
Oh yeah, Parry's going to be in New York this weekend.
Oh yeah. What's he doing in New York?
We're going to
convention.
Well, he's here for his mom's birthday, but we're going, and don't tell anyone. It's Jerome's surprise birthday this week.
Well, you're just telling the whole internet. I mean,
everybody on here promise not to say anything.
Don't say anything until next week, right? What's Sean doing? Is he on or is Way High's here in chat. Good to see Way High. Can you believe it? 200 episodes. James Cole missed the stream last week.
Oh.
He was in New York to see his friend at the Upright Citizens Brigade. Nice. Finch is on YouTube, yeah. Daniel Warren Johnson does a show on YouTube on Fridays, but he's only on episode 172. He's on episode 172?
Wow.
That's close. That's close. I mean, how much
not
longer?
200.
How much longer do you think we'll be streaming? What do you guys think? Jerry, Sean, huh? Hello. Anybody have any predictions? No.
Let's go to 1,000.
I don't know if we can do 1,000. If we're doing 1,000 by that time, we've been streaming for what, since 2020. It's been 5 years. 200 streams divided by 5. How many is that?
Streams a year?
40 streams a year on average.
Mm-hmm.
Although this last year we've been less regular.
Right. We got a Metamucil list.
I'm kind of hitting the menopause era of streaming. Less regular. How's your shoulder thing doing? Well, the PRP shoulder update, it's still sore. I actually still wake up in the middle of the night at times. I haven't had a good night's sleep since, I don't know when, maybe last year sometime. My doctor told me to start taking ibuprofen right before I go to sleep. to help numb the pain. uh, but then my other doctor that did the PRP said to take Tylenol instead of ibuprofen, because ibuprofen will help. Because it works more with the blood. Aspirin works more with the blood. That it doesn't help with the promotion of the circulation in the area. So take Tylenol instead. So Sean, how many episodes do you think we're gonna do? How many more episodes do you want to do?
Well, I mean, Twitch has to last. We don't know if they're even going to welcome anything other than gamers, or whether they'll even be around. And then, like I said, we can all just die of old age. So. We're at the age that we can drop that at any time.
That is true. I mean, I just got went to. By the way, did you get your colonoscopy yet?
Oh, that's later this year. Oh. I'm on a wait list.
Wait list.
Looking forward to that.
Bernard, you just did yours?
I did mine I think I'm due.
A couple years ago.
It's been like 3 or 4 years.
No way.
Like 3 or 4 years.
Isn't it good for 10 years?
No, I think.
No, every year.
Fletch, did you do yours yet?
Yeah, you have to do the Cologuard test, and then if they find anything, then you get a colonoscopy.
Wow, all the hosts here are in their 50s. You can tell.
No, well, wait. I took Fletch. I took Fletch to get his colonoscopy. Was that last year?
Yeah, that's when they found something, but it was not malignant.
Oh, they found something. God. It wasn't like a leftover hamburger or a chicken McNugget, undigested chicken McNugget.
Some dim sum in there.
Diverticulitis.
It was dim sum and then some. You can use that. I won't charge you for that. That's a good one.
Oh, thanks.
Dim sum and then some. I think. Well, I just went in and I did the procedure where they knocked me out. I mean, I did the stream where I had to do I took all the what is it? The Mucinex, the stuff that clears you out, and I had to do a drawing before I had to shit my pants.
Not on stream. Yeah, that was on stream.
Yeah, that was on stream. Yeah. So,
but it's not elective. So you have to find something where they recommend colonoscopy, don't they?
No. That was just I could either go in and have the doctor, knock me out and put the probe up my rear, or I can poop in a jar and send that in.
Take the Rufalin at home.
No, but if I pooped at home and send the poop sample in, then I have to do that more regularly. But if I went under and actually had a doctor go in and probe, that was an extended period of time. But I think it's like 5 years or 6 years. So it's coming up.
I usually take that Cologuard like once every couple of years to test, and then if they find anything, then I go in for a colonoscopy.
So you've gone in for more than one?
It's my second one.
Wow.
Oh my God! You went back for seconds.
You get if you do like 3, do you get one free?
Yes.
Boy.
There was something
Right.
There was something really funny though when I took Fletch to get his colonoscopy. I don't know if he wants me to say it online because it was really funny. But anyways, huh?
The way
K-pop has had 3.
The way you've been farting though, Bernard, I think you should go a little bit more often than just once every 5 years.
I should. I should. I have to. I think I'm due coming up. So I'm gonna need.
No way.
I'm gonna need Fletch.
I thought it was like 10 years.
No, not 10 years.
No.
After
6 to 8.
You have to go every other year, I think, or you have to get the test every other year, or maybe even every year after 50.
Oh boy,
Sean. I mean, I don't know why you're avoiding it. It's not that bad.
I'm avoiding it. I'm not taking it.
Yeah, see, like Jerry's not doing it.
Jerry, why aren't you doing it?
Because I'm John.
It's gross, right?
Because I go jogging.
You just take a poop and then they give you a little Q-tip or something, and you just stick that into your poop, and then you send that into.
Wait. They
Wait,
give you a Q-tip?
That's nothing.
Yeah. That's Cologuard to test to see if you need a colonoscopy. So I did that, and then they determined that they found something in the poop that would indicate that they needed a little bit more examination. That's why I needed to get a colonoscopy.
Oh my god!
And they really like the shape of my butt, so
Oh boy!
Where do you put the Q-tip? You dab it in the poop, or you dab it in the?
Just dab it in the poop, and then they give you
in the poop. I stuck that my ass.
No, in the poop.
I thought you're supposed to poop in the jar, and then you stick the Q-tip up your bunghole to get the remnants out.
You don't.
No, you put it in your mouth, then in your bunghole. Make sure you do it in that order, because I did it the wrong order, and that was just bad.
Anybody else in chat has had their
K-pop.
K-pop? How was
K-pop is in the 3-timers club.
Oh wow! So K-pop goes in and gets knocked out. Yeah, but Sean, you're the oldest one here, so you should really get it done. I mean,
yes.
Do you get a blood?
Yeah, I will.
Do you get a blood test every year, like an annual physical?
I had one last year, but that was the first one in 10 years. But they said I was fine.
All right. Well, Jerry, do you get a blood test every year or no? Not even that.
No. Yeah.
But Jerry's the picture of health. Although, like they'll say that your blood is mostly Kavalan.
The doctor.
But I will say I mean, like colon cancer and prostate cancer. I mean, those are things that can be found easily, and
treatable.
Preventable. So
yeah, treatable.
Very preventable. Yes. Just if they find it, you'll live. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna roll the dice.
My doctor, Jerry, my doctor put me on this new medication. I've been taking blood pressure medication and cholesterol, and they put me on this new one, and I picked it up today at the drugstore, at Costco, and then the pharmacist is going over like, oh, you got to take this twice a day, once in the morning and then once at night, 12 hours apart. And no drinking. And I was like, what?
Oh, hell no.
It's like no drinking, no alcohol.
No.
I'm like, what? The doctor never said no alcohol. So he said, well, you can try to drink, but you're going to throw up. So we should do that. We should try
You're like, I'll throw up.
Like, I'm drunk right now.
I'm like, I'm going to this.
I always throw up when I drink.
Well, we're going to this thing tomorrow. We're going to like this event tomorrow. There's going to be free beer there. I'm not going to pass up free beer. But then, I don't want to throw up at this event. So I don't know. Should I
just swallow it? Swallow it.
Just swallow the
Just
food?
yak.
Oh,
hey, Courtney's here.
Throw up over on the most famous person there. That's how you get famous.
Oh,
They'll remember you forever.
There's going to be some famous people there. There's going to be some famous.
What
Speaking
event?
of famous,
Huh?
Bernard, did you actually have dinner with David Cho last week?
No, he didn't show up. But we did have dinner.
Man.
We had dinner with Dustin Nguyen and
Dustin's the man.
and Pornsack.
Angry Dustin.
Pornsack Pishachote.
And it was not a restaurant that Pornsack recommended, so the food was good.
Thank God. That means it was good, yeah.
And who else was there? Eddie Choi, and our buddy James Eng. Yeah, I don't know if James is on tonight on the chat.
Yeah, it was just the six of us. But yeah, David was supposed to be there, but he Had to cancel the last minute.
And the food was great. It was a Vietnamese restaurant. Dustin ordered. We didn't know what to order. He took care of everything, and he paid. Very generous. He tricked us.
He's like, oh, they don't take credit cards here. What? They pay cash.
So sorry, he did not. So Dave Cho did not show up. I was gonna leave. I was like, that's the only reason I came.
And then Dustin started to cry, so you stayed.
I was like, I was gonna take a picture with Dave and then text Jerry and then Photoshop Jerry in the background. Jojimbo says Bernard didn't have a chance to profess Jerry love for Dave. Oh, that's what he's talking about. Right? Yeah.
Jerry will make it happen. Jerry knows everybody.
One of these days.
Just slide into his DMs, Jerry.
Oh, I wish.
Come on.
Yeah.
Send him.
Just
Send,
do
loves
it. Be
comics.
real. Be
Yeah.
real awkward about it.
send him some T-shirts or something. Make
I
him,
bet you he's.
Send
I
Make
bet you
him
he.
into a t-shirt and then send it to him.
what was that?
Do that. Make him into a t-shirt and then send it to him.
Yeah, make him into
Or
a T-shirt.
you invite him to a dinner with where Jeff Darrow is there, because I think he's a big fan.
Oh, there
Well,
we go.
they're actual friends. Yeah.
There we go.
Mm.
Let's do a bet. Who's gonna have dinner with Dave Cho first, Jerry or me?
It's Jerry. It's gonna be
I don't
Jerry.
even. How am I get? How am I gonna weasel my way into a dinner? with
Hey,
him?
you got the
Yeah,
Jeff
I think
Darrow
you know
card.
more celebrities. I wonder between you and Cordy, who knows more celebrities?
I don't know that
It's
many.
Not me. Yeah.
Well, we should. Yeah. Well, let's open up to everybody in the stream. Who's gonna have dinner with Dave Cho first? And you have to have a picture, right? I mean, Fletch might win this because Fletch hangs out with Eddie more than us, and Eddie and Dave are like super tight.
Fletch hangs out with like Frank Miller and everything.
Fletch, well, I have my money on Fletch on this
Yeah.
one.
I already had dinner with him.
Yojimbo says Jerry didn't make out with Bobby Lee. You know what the funny thing about Bobby Lee was? I was at a convention in L.A. and this girl, all of a sudden, like this really hot girl, comes, like makes a beeline to my table, and and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm like your biggest fan. Oh, I love you so much." And I was like, "What?"
You're the best, Dustin.
Right? No. And she says, I'm like, I don't know who you think I am. Are you sure? She said, yeah, you're Bobby Lee, right? I don't look anything like Bobby Lee.
You do not look anything
Who's-
like
First
him.
of all, who's Bobby Lee?
Bobby
Yeah,
He's a
Lee,
comedian.
the comedian on In
Yeah.
Living Color.
He was in Mad TV.
Oh, that
Mad
guy.
TV.
Mad TV.
Mad-
Well, you should have just been like, "That's me."
That's me.
Want to go there?
Yeah.
No, it's an old story I told because I made out with him before when I was
Bobby
growing
Lee?
up. Yeah, that's how people. Yojimbo.
You made out with Bobby Lee?
You guys don't remember, and he remembers. Yeah, that was. I was go-go dancing in Hollywood one night. It was for New Year's, and it was like for after hour club. So we were both on stage, and it was about to hit midnight, but like nobody was really there yet, and so I was just standing around. We were just like kind of standing around, and he was there for some movie he was in. And he was kind of like emceeing the event with his co-star, and then it was like, it was kind of coming up, and then I just turned to him and I was like, "Hey, like I think I said I was like, hey, I'm a fan of yours. It's gonna be midnight. I'm like, do you want to kiss?" and then he shook his head no, like very violently. I remember, and then he like ran away, and then later, like 2 minutes later, his co-star comes back, some white guy, I forgot his name, and he's like, he wants to make out with you, and like pushes him on me, and I was like, this is a weird, like, I was like, if you don't, it's cool. Like, you don't have, and I towered over him. I'm pretty short, but I had my 8-inch go-go boots on, so I was like 6'2" at that time, and then he was like, oh no, okay. He was very, I was not expecting him to, I mean, he seems always very outspoken and stuff, so it was weird. And then we made out. Well, not really made out. There was no real tongue involved. It was very tame.
Was he a good kisser?
But it was fine, I think. I don't really remember. It wasn't like anything hot and heavy. So
Do you think he remembers?
I don't know. A lot of people like that do a lot of drugs, and they don't remember the time that they have. And it was like a long time ago. If I ever see him again, I'm 100% telling him.
Would you make out with him again?
Be like, hey, remember this one time we made out? Huh?
Would you make out with him again?
Again? Come on.
Like,
would I make out with him again?
Well, he's, what if you say, oh, you're gonna ask him, do you remember if we made out? And then, if I was him, I'm like, no, I don't. Maybe we should try again. Would you do it?
I enjoy forwardness, so maybe. I wouldn't mind. I would probably say yes, but also that could get me in trouble. So yeah, just for fun, for funsies.
Right. Yeah, just nothing serious, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But is his response kind of like, that's like a stereotypical Asian thing, like, like how, like in the Kung Fu
Speak
movies.
for yourself, Sean.
Yeah,
You never see Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan making out heavily with women, and it's just like always very bashful. Like, what is that about?
Speak for yourself.
I found it was weird because he's so crazy on Mad TV, like, and then also this was such a long time ago, and then after that he had like a long-term girlfriend I saw just because some of his things get pitched
Was
to
she
me.
blonde?
She was a white girl. I don't know if she
Was
was
she
blonde.
blonde?
She was very pretty. She was like model, actress, stuff like that. So very gorgeous. So it was like, I don't know. It was kind of weird when I was like, did I do something weird? Where he like shook his head no so violently.
Maybe she you don't want to get in trouble with her.
Nah, he was probably single at the time. He didn't look like he had. I don't think he had anybody.
How rude.
He was just and he has this. He's like a shorter, and he has these really round cheeks. So I just remember like maybe it's more cartoonish in my memory of like just the jiggly cheeks shaking violently back and forth. Just like no, just like, oh, okay, my bad. It was very much a just, hey, if you want to do this, we could. But I don't know. That's my go-to. Like, hey, you want to make out?
Well,
And then he was like, no, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, anyways, thank you, Jimbo, for remembering all of my weird. It's been years now since I've been on this on Sketch Fighters, so
when did you?
Kind of funny.
What episode? I need to go back and watch that episode. Well, what episode did she say she made out with Bobby Lee? I don't remember that at all.
It's probably a really long time ago. I'm sure people remember all the other weird things around my dating life that I mentioned.
Wow.
He has like a very actually famous talk show now. Or not talk show, but what do you call it?
Podcast.
What everybody does. Podcast. There we go.
He has a couple podcasts now.
Yeah.
Him and then
He was on Hawaii, wasn't he?
Huh?
He was on Hawaii 5-0, I believe. He was on a new Hawaii 5-0 too, I think.
Like on just one episode, or he's not part of the cast.
Not Hawaii 5-0, Magnum PI.
It's the same thing. They literally film. They have the same. My friends work on both of them, and they it's the same thing. They like go back and forth.
Oh, they're both canceled now.
Are they both canceled?
Yeah. They've
Oh
been canceled
shit!
a couple years now, I think.
Oh, I gotta reach out to some of my friends because like they did film in Hawaii when I lived there, and yeah, I wonder how they are. They were terrible shows though. Just awful.
So, B,
Huh?
200 episodes. What stands out as your favorite moment?
Favorite moment? I don't know. What about you guys? You guys go first. Jog my memory. What's
I'm
Well, there was that time where you, like, for your birthday, Jerry invited like maybe 7 to 10 guests in a row.
Yeah, that was
Oh my
a
God.
lot. That one was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
I love the way you're racing stuff a lot. So those are great.
The
Fletcher's
5-hour stream.
I
Those are my favorite episodes when I
like
Oh my
I'm
God,
hop-
it's happening.
I'm hoping at some point Fletcher will get a decent internet connection.
stealing his neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just steal your
Please
neighbor's
do.
Wi-Fi every Tuesday night. You know, and then
I don't understand. New Wi-Fi.
And it happens when you're on the road too.
Fletcher, are you using your phone or are you using
I'm
your,
on my phone.
well, maybe that's
Is it a
it.
flip phone?
Mm.
My Verizon phone.
Is it like
You're well.
Oh my God.
is it one of those phones that you have to like rotary dial like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da?
How do you know?
Fletch, why don't you do you have a laptop?
Yeah, I could log in through Discord on that, right?
Yeah. How about but then when you're on your phone, are you on Wi-Fi or are you on your data plan?
Wi-Fi.
And still, they're still choppy. Are you like
I don't.
surfing the internet right now also, or?
And I don't want to talk about this episode, right? So we're done with this.
Kevin P. West says the Shark stories are his favorite.
That's like every episode.
That's every episode, yeah.
There hasn't been enough of them actually lately.
Well, we did colonoscopies this time, so
Oh, I missed that. I
That
mean,
one-
I
that
think I
one was
walked
fun.
into that.
Yeah, I mean that one was fun because like, you know, I had to like finish the drawing before I literally pooped my own pants. There was also the beer one. I had to drink like a 12-year-old beer or something, or 10-year-old beer.
Oh,
That's been
did you
sitting
also
in-
shit your pants from that?
No, it wasn't that bad. That wasn't. I mean, the beer has been in my fridge. You know, I do have like. I have those. You know, remember those Archer and Armstrong ales from Valiant, Sean?
oh, that's 30-year-old beer.
Yeah, I have
Oh
2
my
bottles of
God.
that, and it hasn't been. It's been in my closet. It hasn't been, you know, chilled in the refrigerator for that long. So
Yeah, you'll die from that.
that will definitely have some probiotic principles.
Hmm.
James Crow likes the page layout critique streams. Oh, today I'm gonna draw. What am I drawing today?
I thought you joined this.
Well, this I'm drawing, but then today I'm also gonna be drawing. I gotta start on my Monkey King drawing for Jerry.
Oh
That's coming
yeah.
up.
Oh, do it. I want to see.
Yeah.
You want to ideate it here and get it started, and that
Yeah.
way it's more like
I want to do the layout. I want to talk about the process, and then. So okay, let me stop this Kobe drawing because I don't need to.
oh, what is your subject matter for that print?
I don't know. Jerry,
Well, Jerry knows.
You're
right?
doing the
the market.
Manhattan Bridge Market thing.
Okay, Manhattan
But you can do
Bridge
anything,
Market.
right? So,
Bernard kind of chose a hard one.
those are like the food stalls underneath that bridge.
Yeah.
and
That
the
sounds
market
highly
rent.
detailed.
All right, so it has to be underneath the Manhattan Bridge.
Well, it doesn't
Okay.
have to.
Maybe look up a reference photo and then you can sketch some stuff.
All right, let me finish this stripe on Kobe Bryant's warm up, and then I'll get started on that.
What are you doing this for?
Well, this is a sticker. I got some stickers made.
Mm.
I'm looking to sell them at some shows. And this new place, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in the delivery because I had planned it out that I was going to get it by Thursday, and now they say I won't get it by Friday, and so now I have to drive back up Friday night from Anaheim.
Is it too late to change the delivery address?
Yeah, it's already at the USPS. So that is a good idea, but I think so. Right. But I did these stickers. So this one is well, I'm doing a variant here. But you can see these, let's see. So this was the Kobe. There's different variations of Kobe. There's Kobe in high school. There's a standard away jersey Kobe. This was after he came back from his Achilles injury. This was his rookie year, or not his second year, sorry, second year. This was his redeem team. And the shoes, the sneakers are all unique to that specific uniform and time and date. This was his All-Star. I think one of his last All-Star MVPs. This was a retro. This was the year that Kobe was a sneaker free agent. He was in between Adidas and Nike. And that year he wore a bunch of different shoes. On this game where he's wearing the Lakers retro jersey, he was wearing some Jordans. I was going to do, this was when he scored 81 points. Wearing his Kobe 1s with Nike. This was his final game as a Laker. This is Kobe's, and he also wore these special socks. So I have 8 of them made, and then I'm going to sell them as a bundled package at WonderCon. But now I won't have them until Saturday. What were you saying, Sean? Jerry?
Ooh.
Oh, let's do some research. Okay, let's do Monkey King. Thank you, Yojimbo. You guys can also watch on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that sub button. We're trying to get the YouTube numbers up so then we can migrate over. Hopefully that'll happen in the next year, but we'll see. We've been talking about that for almost 2 years now. Because I think you have to have 1,000 followers on YouTube. Did I sit on?
You need to post more then.
I should, right? I'm also thinking about co-streaming on right now we're simulcasting Twitch and YouTube, and I'm thinking about adding TikTok to that.
Oh, that's a good one.
You can add TikTok to that, and maybe even Instagram. I don't know. But I think you could do like TikTok live. So, Jerry, Chinatown, New York City market?
Yeah, the night market type of thing.
Street market.
I guess you can either do Canal Street or the Manhattan Bridge. But the Manhattan Bridge underneath it, it's actually pretty cool looking, and it might be easier to draw.
Okay, hold on, let me see. All right, let me find this. Okay, here we go. So usually when I'm doing a new piece, I'll do some some Google image search. Let's see. This is. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
All right.
And I was just there.
To the mix. Okay, so well, these are just shops. Street market.
So you gotta work in the Monkey King, right? So he would be like the main thing, maybe on his cloud, so you can take up most of the space.
I mean, but it would be the Monkey King and the whole gang. I'm thinking, like, Tsubachi and Pigsy would be fun to draw, especially for the market because there's all these foods. And Pigsy is really the guy that, his whole thing is about like sex and food. So.
Are you going to do the Monkey Prince? Is what I'm assuming.
No, I'm just going to do the Monkey King. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why don't you do the Monkey Prince?
Why would I do the Monkey Prince? This is the Monkey King.
Because that's your boy.
Things.
Huh?
That's your boy.
You mean I could have drawn Iron Man in mine?
No, but like it's Bernard's actually creator-owned, Monkey King.
Well, DC
Prince King, same shit.
Does the street really look like this now?
It's kind of, but it's more touristy.
This is Thailand. This is in New York City. Even though there's a yellow cab.
Well, the yellow cab, yeah, those.
But the signs are in Thai. This is New York City.
There's one place where they have this winged Pegasus thing made out of ramen noodles, just flying over the street.
Huh?
It's just more new touristy stuff.
I remember when I first moved to New York City to go to Pratt in the early 90s. Canal Street was filled with these street vendors. And the fish and the fruits and everything would be all on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
But then Giuliani came in the office and
he said, "This is gross."
Yeah, and then they ticketed everybody, and then everything got pushed back into the stores. But is it back out on the sidewalks now, or?
No, it's not. Yeah, and then the gutter used to run with all that fish blood and all that weird stuff. It smelled so bad. They would collect that stuff to make the sauce for the soy tofu.
No, they don't.
Collect the gutter stuff to make sauce? That doesn't sound right, Sean. Sean, why are you spreading lies about Asian cultures?
No, but see, like, look at this. Do they still have this? Like, these food stalls? I mean, these cars look kind of new. That's
they still have that.
License plate. Yeah, so they have it. But I remember there used to be like a lady that would make dumplings, and there'd be some other like rice noodle lady. But is it only mainly veggies balls now? Is it mainly vegetables now, or do they have?
No, it's still the same. They have like the loganberries, and then the lychees, and the dragon fruit, and even that durian thing. They have that thing.
Boo!
You don't like durian. So it's mainly only veggies. There's no like, not in Taiwan. Like in Taiwan, there's like food stalls, but right. I don't know.
But you'll probably draw them eating food, right? Because that's the fun part.
Well, I'm thinking like
But maybe it's easier. Do you want to have them eating dumplings at the Moscow Street dumpling stand?
Yeah, there's an old lady on the corner on Mott Street and something, right? That would make the dumplings.
Yeah, it's a Moscow. Wait.
Didn't your ex's family own all of this that we're looking at?
The ex is my brother-in-law, so my ex-brother-in-law. My ex's sister was married to this guy whose family owns a significant amount of real estate in Chinatown.
Wow.
By significant amount, like whole blocks, entire blocks.
Wow. Holy cow.
They still have this, right? Like the fish market.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so I was thinking,
Fish market is awesome.
Like I was thinking of just doing like a mix of like fruits and fish. You know, that's kind of what I remember. And then should I put like Namwa in the background or?
What's that?
No, because Namwa is on
It's on Canal and Mott,
Bloody
right?
Triangle.
Elizabeth.
No. Namwa is on Doyer Street. Excuse me.
You know they have, because of the tourists there. There's those ducks that hang in the window. They have a giant 6 foot tall one.
Where?
A statue.
Where do they have that?
I think it's like around Mott Street, but it's a giant statue of a duck that's like a Peking duck.
Jerry, what's the street that is the street that you're thinking of? That's underneath the Manhattan Bridge.
Oh, well, here, I'll send you a link.
Is that where the 888 Palace thing is?
There's like a mall that's kind of dead. This one right here.
Yeah.
This mall right here. It's next to the around the corner is where the Chinatown bus is. Two Bridge Mall. Is this the mall?
Yeah, I sent you a basic link. It's not like anything special, but if you just look up Chinatown Manhattan Bridge Market.
Okay, well, that's what I'm on. Chinatown Bridge Market, New York City. This one right here?
I think that's it.
This
Yeah,
is
that's that mall
this is a
underneath
YouTube
it, right?
link.
Need to restock?
It's a YouTube link. Oh, this person's going walking tour of Chinatown. All right, here we go. Yeah, the ex-brother-in-law, his father, or his grandfather is the one that kind of acquired all the property, and then the father seemed like a nice guy. Met the parents a couple times, and you know, he would walk down Canal Street, almost like the Godfather, and all the merchants would come out and like, you know, offer him stuff and say hello, and because I've seen him like literally walking down in Chinatown like randomly, and yeah. Anyways, that's the bridge up ahead. I think. So these are the Is this what you're thinking about, Jerry? When you're talking about the markets underneath the bridge? You're looking at this YouTube.
right
I was
underneath,
thinking
right?
directly underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
You're
It's
thinking
a little bit easier to draw than all this. if you want to do like a fish market thing, then I would just do the one on Canal Street. You could just Google Canal Street Fish Market, or maybe Chinatown and see Chinatown Canal.
Can I
Street
fib it?
Fish
Like, can I do both? Or you think people will be like, oh, that's not.
You could probably fib it.
This is it. This is the East Broadway. That's what you're talking about, Sean. The East Broadway Mall right here. This is coming around the corner, right? So this is the Manhattan Bridge to the right. That's the old. Is that the one that they changed into this new one, or is that how it used to be? That I remember it being like pretty ratty and beat up.
James Bope put a link for NC Chinatown 1986 original footage.
1986. That was where they filmed. What was that Mickey Rourke movie with it in Chinatown?
Year of the Dragon.
This is. Let's see. So it looks like they're all kind of vegetables and everything's in boxes.
It'd be more fun if it was food, right? I mean, prepared food.
Yeah, but they don't have that. Do they have that?
No, I guess not.
This is the other side of that same mall, right? Right there where all the graffiti is. Oh, where those vans are, that's where the Chinatown bus used to be. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have your diaper on?
No, I'm
Just be careful.
I'm riding the thin razor line here today.
Yeah, those sound pretty wet.
You're just raw dogging that. No diaper.
You gotta give away that chair.
Look, you said you lifted off that time.
Win Bernard's drawing chair.
It's obviously upsetting Butthead. He's like, because they're
they're very sensitive to smell.
Yeah, from the sound or smell.
You hear him.
It's like a canary in a coal mine.
Birds have a very sensitive, smell nasal thing.
It's good to see your productive drawing again, Bernard.
Open windows, maybe.
Open window. Why would I want to do that?
For your poor bird.
All right. Well, this.
You could do the Chinatown prison. Yeah, right there. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's usually a lot bigger. It looks like they haven't set up yet.
Where this right here? We have to skip the Denzel. Oh, so this is what you were thinking about?
Yeah.
Well, then this is all like fruits and veggies.
Yeah.
There's no like dumpling makers or hot dog stand.
No.
Yeah, they don't really do that there.
You're just gonna have to draw a lot of older Asian ladies fighting over fruit, which I've done.
I caught this guy
in San Francisco when I lived there.
Hold on, look at this guy. He's
trying to get
look at
the
this guy
best
in the black. He's scratching his butt. Look at, yeah. See that? Forever on the internet, he's going to be scratching his butt.
I'm hoping we're going to run into one of us walking on the street.
That would be funny, right? That would be hilarious. There's an influencer here taking a picture of herself. I don't remember there being that much graffiti, but
there's a decent amount.
Huh?
There's a decent amount of graffiti.
Yeah, there's a lot of graffiti in LA now. I mean, the graffiti towers, they have not cleaned that shit up. It's been even worse. They are still continuing to tag the graffiti towers. Okay, so this is kind of what you were thinking about, Jerry, underneath the bridge right here?
Yeah.
Well, do you have something that you'd rather draw
Well,
in
I
Chinatown?
was thinking like going
Yeah.
back to the other side where there would be a little bit more shops and stuff. You know, I think.
With the awnings, like the actual brick and mortar stores.
Yeah, I thought that would be harder to draw. If you want to do that, then just do Canal Street.
Well, Canal Street is a little bit too wide. I feel like, you know, like if I did
But you
one of
don't
these
have to do the
smaller
whole
streets.
street, you know?
Yeah. And you guys are doing yours are horizontal, or Sean did his vertical.
Yes.
What about
Howard did his horizontal.
What about the girls?
They did ask if horizontal was okay, so I would think that means they're
Oh,
doing
man.
horizontal.
I'm the only one that did a vertical
I'm thinking Jerome's doing vertical, so
because we're comic book people.
yeah.
See, I was thinking of like a street like this, but like a smaller street, you know, more reminiscent of like the Mott Street or the.
Mott Street then.
Yeah,
Do
mine, I
ice
think it's
cream.
very.
Do the
yeah.
Chinatown Ice Cream Factory.
Oh yeah.
Or a boba.
Ice Cream Factory is cooler.
Ice Cream
And it's easier
Factory
to
is
draw.
more main staple of Chinatown, right? It's been there
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
I mean, the other
Yeah.
ones would be like Joe Shanghai or Hop. Was that Wu Hop? Hop Wu? The one that goes
Wu
down
Hop.
underneath?
Boba.
Oh,
Hop.
Hop Key, right?
Hop Key?
Oh, okay, yeah. Why is that Cliff Chang's profile picture on Instagram?
He used to go there a lot, and when he drew Wonder Woman, was it? He was like in a newspaper, so they recognized him and they put his picture up on the wall.
So that's his profile pic. Okay. Yes.
Do they ever do like street fairs? Where they close off the.
No, not really.
Only in the Chinese New Year.
I mean, the other guy that we know, Tony Bo. You know Tony Bo Chan? His
Of
family,
course.
his family owns a couple of buildings down there too, right?
Yeah. Guy was at my wedding.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. There's a few families. There's PS1 right there to the left. Is that PS1 to the
Oh,
left?
Confucius Plaza. You could do Confucius too.
Why don't I do Jonathan's Hotel?
You could do that.
And you're almost part of that 5 families of Chinatown.
Yeah, I wouldn't be working if I was now. I'd be sitting back, relaxing. No,
Just go around collecting money from people.
just have to go around.
You could just do them eating at Namwa
Yeah, but then that's like,
or getting a haircut at
promotion for like
the
Naldo.
$7 haircut. Yeah, the $7 haircut.
It was $7.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to go to
And,
Chinatown to get my haircut. Yeah,
It
$7.
used to be $5. Now it's $7.
There's that whole street, that little side street, right? That has
Yeah.
all the barbershops. That might be interesting. Because that's like an intimate small street. I don't think any of these
The Monkey
wafus-
King getting his haircut.
Yeah, and then they all come out with different haircuts. Right. And then there was at the end of that block was a speakeasy for a while. All right, I think I'll do something like a. Excuse me, gosh,
So you gonna do the barbershops?
I don't know. What are the subject matters right now that you have, Jerry?
Oh, karaoke is open.
Oh, KTV.
Mm,
Karaoke, the dumpling stand on Moscow Street, Confucius, Manhattan Bridge, Canal Street. What else is there? I mean, I think Ice Cream Factory would be pretty cool.
What does that look like?
It's
would
got
be
the
a-
dragon eating ice cream, the big yellow flag with the.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I know that place.
Yeah. Everyone knows that, you know?
What about something like this?
Whoa, Matthew Crossart is here.
Oh, what's up? Matthew Crossart all the way from Japan. His son how old is your son? Can you believe that Matthew Crossart has a son now? This is
Yeah,
Matthew Crossart
When did it
Jr.
happen?
That is crazy.
This is like Mott Street, right? Or this is like Elizabeth. There's Joe's. No, is that? I'm all turned around.
Oh, see that thing in the back there? That's the ramen noodle Pegasus.
Where? What? Oh, up there?
There's a flying horse made
Okay.
entirely of ramen noodles.
Really?
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not real ramen noodles. So if it rains, it would just turn into soup. Right?
Yeah, it would just like, it would just. Hey, there's Clip Chang.
Oh,
Oh, that's Porn
also-
Sack.
Yeah,
See
now
that?
we're going to take a right onto Doyers here, I'm guessing.
If you see like there's like a red ribbon design, that's a symbol for Chinatown. You can kind of see them hanging from the lampposts.
I mean, this is the most famous street in Chinatown. Well, this in Canal
Yeah.
Street, I guess.
This is the barbershop
This
street.
is the
right?
Bloody Angle.
Yeah.
This is known as the Bloody Angle. It's the bloodiest street in
Oh,
the
is this
history of
Doyer?
New York City. There were executions here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Namwa.
I thought that was Jeremy Joe. This person just walked by.
I'm kind of turned around. Was that
So the
street?
Taiwanese pork chop house is coming up. If
Wait.
you pause it soon, see that picture on the gate there? That's you, Bernard, on the blue building.
Where?
Right here, coming up. That is you, Bernard. Freeze!
Right now?
Look, freeze it! Look, that's you, right there on the right,
On the right?
on the wall.
That looks nothing like me.
So what is that?
There's a portrait. Right now, the beard is being covered up. Every time I walk by there, I giggle because it's absolutely you.
The one on the right behind the next to the pork
Right
shop.
there on the blue building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a post office. I didn't even notice the post office.
Yeah, I've been in there a few times.
So
They got like no AC. It's the hottest post office in the world.
okay, so look at this. The Taiwan pork chop place.
It's so good, by the way. Everyone should go there.
You should draw that in the background. If they
Yeah.
have stuff hanging in the window, it's always very characteristic.
And then people are sitting in these red. This is like a.
This hand-pulled noodle place right here is real good too.
Not to interrupt, but Dr. Midnight is taking off, and then Matthew Crossart says he has a 3-year-old son
Oh,
named Elka. I did not know he had a son. Congratulations.
Is his first language Japanese? I guess so, right?
Wow,
By
he's
now.
3 years old.
Well, Dr. Midnight, have a good night, dude.
Good night, Dr. Midnight. Take care of yourself.
You know,
See, this is New Year's celebration, so everybody's in a coat or sweatshirt.
Yeah, we actually might see someone we know because it's New Year's.
Boom, 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 boom. Fast forward. All right, Mott Street Optical. I remember that place.
I get my contacts from there.
Oh yeah.
Isn't this so far away from where you live, though?
Yeah, but I used to live down here, so I would go there all the time.
There used to be a toy store like down the block.
Well, Elizabeth Street
Street.
Mall, you could, I guess, is a thing.
Well, Yeah. So I was thinking like imagine like if I stopped here, right, and you see like this vantage point of like the buildings in the background.
Well, that's Confucius Plaza. That's Confucius Plaza in the background, the tall
It's a
building.
good view.
So we're looking
that's a
we're
pretty
looking
famous
east
view.
right now, right? On the
Correct.
ice cream place is to the right.
Yeah, with the yellow awning right there.
That's the ice cream place, right? Chinatown Ice
Yeah.
Cream, yeah. Chinatown Ice Cream Factory.
And to the left is the most famous pork bun in Chinatown. The pineapple bun with pork in it. Oh, those are good. Right
You know
after
what I
Green
love
Bow.
is that Malaysia dried beef thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, I need to go to Chinatown.
Well, gosh, this just makes it. This is not helping this research. This also happens a lot when I start doing research and start going down tangents and watching all these things, and before you know it, 2 or 3 hours have passed and you haven't gotten any work done.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I'm gonna go and I got to pass out soon.
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
so
Jerry.
tired.
Well, good night.
So, happy holidays.
Happy
everybody.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
I bet we'll probably see Jerry in the background somewhere. Well, maybe I'll do Doyer
Okay,
Street.
I'm gonna bounce.
What if I did Doyer
Good
Street?
Yeah,
night.
Doyers is beautiful.
Hey, Jerry.
Okay, bye.
Right. Doyer Street. This is where all the barbershops used to be. I think. Yeah, I don't know, man. Now there's like too many options.
Well, I mean, this drawing, if you think about it, has some of your favorite subject matter. It's like, Chinese stuff. It's the Monkey King, and then you can put food because you're always drawing food in your comics anyway. So I guess it's whatever you want to draw.
Is Fletch and Courtney still here?
Yeah, you should draw the Monkey King riding the Robin horse.
Yeah, the ramen horse.
All right. Well,
You don't have to make it that detailed. You can just make it into like, have the street, kind of like colors here and there.
You can do an interior where they're just eating, at a round table.
This is Mott Street, New York City.
So, I mean, that's
What about
kind of the...
Huh?
sorry? What about a blast? What about a blast with pass and drawing the tic-tac-toe chicken and meeting up with the Monkey King?
Tic-tac-toe chicken?
I drew that chicken.
The tic-
Chinatown Fair. Yeah, I drew that in mine.
Oh, you did? Never mind.
You can draw it too. It'll be ongoing. Just be like little.
You know what's also an
Character
interesting. You know what's also an interesting fact here is that if I stop here and we look at the flag, that's like in the middle of the street. All of these Chinatowns in the U.S. and in Canada, the flag in the Chinatown is actually the Republic of China flag, which is the Taiwan flag, and not the People's Republic, not the Communist China flag. Because when most of these Chinatowns were first established, I mean, that was the flag of China. This is Mott Street.
Bok noodle.
All right. Enough lollygagging.
Well, this is the necessary part. This is the ideation part. You want to see everything, right? So it's part of your due diligence. And then that way you won't miss any good ideas. So it's not. I wouldn't consider time wasted.
Yeah, I mean, part of this is just like it's research, trying to put myself into the frame of mind, seeing if there's anything that kind of comes up that might spur an idea. If I don't have any ideas already, but I kind of have some ideas. I wanted to put a street sign too. That would be kind of nice, but you know, Doyer Street is kind
Are
of
you
cool.
doing an interior?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking like everybody else's is an interior. This is like walking north of Canal Street, I think. Where this used to be like Little Italy. Now it's all Chinatown.
Oh yeah, red lanterns. Yeah, see that ribbon thing hanging on the lamppost? That's the symbol for Chinatown.
Huh? Where do you see that?
It's that red bow symbol, and I think it means it's a symbol of bounty.
Up in the light.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing that before, but that's kind of like a new symbol. It's everywhere in Chinatown now.
Okay.
Souvenir.
We're kind of up on. Where are we here? I'm kind of all turned around. We're on Canal Street now. This is Canal and Mott. Is this Canal and Mott?
Mott.
Okay, he's walking south on Mott Street.
I think it is Mott.
There's a Fada Bakery. Look at that. There's a guy busting.
Famous Fada.
Wonder if
Peepop player.
He's singing in Chinese.
Sing Spider-Man. Oh, there's the duck, the duck statue.
Huh? What are you talking about? Let me go back.
The big, gigantic Peking duck.
Hold on, there's an ad. Where are we talking about? Let me go back to the singer. All right, where's the
Yes,
Peking
after
duck?
singer. Yeah, I think I'm on a delay. So yeah, I think it's coming up. I'm on a delay, so I don't know what you're looking at, but it's right after Fade Out, basically.
Okay, let me go back. Oh, okay, here it is. This thing right here?
Yeah, that's it. Looks delicious.
All right, let's get started drawing.
What are you gonna do?
Huh? I gotta get back to work.
I'm on such a huge delay. I finally saw the duck. It does look tasty.
Oh, they have a press over there.
When I was in high school, I used to get the Peking duck heads. Like my mom's or my friend's mom would give it to me because she worked at Ranch 99, and I used to go around and put it on people's car antennas.
Oh,
People I know.
You were gonna eat
People
it.
I know.
Like a Jack in the Box head.
Hey.
Like a Jack in the Box antenna head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
And I did it to my older brother, and then he started complaining. He's like, somebody keeps on putting, because he'd work like night shifts somewhere, It's like someone keeps on putting duck heads on my car antenna. And then I got kicked out of Ranch 99.
Ranch 99's been around for that long?
Yeah.
I only discovered it last year. 99 Ranch.
It's Ranch 99 in the West. It's based. They call it the way it is, based on where you are located. So everybody I know, and in San Diego, they called it Ranch 99, and other places they call it 99 Ranch.
Yes, 99 Ranch over here.
Yeah.
What a terrible name, though, for that type of grocery store.
All right.
What would you call it, Sean?
Well, I mean, does that say Chinese grocery to you when it says 99 Ranch?
I guess I was always used to like some sort of number being involved in. Yeah, but I don't know what it's called. Like ranch would necessarily mean.
It means cowboy.
Yeah.
Was the first station at a 99? The address was 99 Ranch Street, maybe? I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
It could be. They cleaned up the one near me, the one I used to go to as a kid. It used to be there's just so many health violations.
All these duck heads would just appear everywhere.
That wasn't a health violation. That was hilarious.
I mean, you guys remember that TV that I showed last time? The first TV that I bought?
Yeah.
I bought that on Canal Street. You know, one of these electronics shops on Canal Street. Where that McDonald's is, if you go like around there was a whole bunch of electronics and sneaker shops. So, Pearl Paint used to be like, I think, to the left. You know, one of those buildings to the left was Pearl Paint. It was like 3 or 4 floors. Pearl Paint was.
It probably still has the red fire escape and the white facade.
Is it that one? Is it that one right here? The kind of if you look up next to the one that's covered in the nets. Is that it right here? This building? Oh, cut off. It was Pearl
Looks
Paint.
like it's that type of building. Yeah.
All right.
I bought my first butterfly there.
You got a butterfly knife?
Yeah, in Canal Street. And
you used to run with the wild gang, the Fucanese gangs?
No, I used to. A friend of mine had one. I'm like, I love like running. It was like one of those things to keep it busy.
So you can flip it around like that and do all that kind of knife play stuff?
Yeah. I used to be able to. I don't know if I can anymore. Probably can.
Don't try it.
Just do it. You're not an artist. Come on, you can do it. You know, you're not risking anything.
I guess that's true. You have a point.
I bought my first bootleg DVDs over there.
Oh yeah, I used to get bootleg, not DVDs, but like video VCR cassettes, movies.
Oh, bars! Wow.
Anime movies.
I get all my bootleg music and sometimes movies in Little Saigon in Orange County. That was a place.
Well, something like this in the background with the bridge. But
yeah, I think Jerry's always telling you like, oh, do this to make it easier. You make it easier, and also sometimes you lose the appeal of the drawing because sometimes just having that big crush of detail and all that stuff is what makes the drawing interesting.
Yeah. And like the bridge kind of intersects at a slight diagonal in some of the areas is what makes it kind of interesting. But
yeah. think, an interesting view if you're shooting from, like, as if your view is from the shop, the stand owner, so you can see past all the stuff they're selling in the foreground, and then the bridges in the background, and then all of your main figures are kind of like purchasing stuff. So you see them, it's like you can kind of frame the scene with all the stuff that's being sold.
Well, yeah, so something like, if I were to do something like this, and I guess I could do it.
That is a fat brush.
So, like blocking out, if there's, and actually, I did something very similar in. Let me open this up. In Green Lantern Corps. Let me see if I have it on here.
Was it in Chinatown?
No, but it was a market scene.
Repurpose it.
Let me open up my storage drive. Give me a second here while I look it up. Green Lantern Corps. GLC. 26, 27? Nope, not 27. 28. Here it is, 28. Okay. Let me drag it over into my. There it is. This.
Who is that? Fletch.
Huh? What happened?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a cool scene. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. Like the
How do I stop the playback? Why is this playing back? This is Fletch and me at the Somi Somi.
yes. What is that? Is there like red bean inside that fish?
Well, it depends on.
I think I had.
Custard.
What did you have like? So, this horizontal scene right here was what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah, that looks cool.
This is kind of a low res thing, but I can frame it with some silhouettes, and I would have like some old ladies shopping or being a housekeeper here with some fruits or whatever. This was in Green Lantern Corps. I forgot the name of this character, but he was trying to hide from the Lantern Corps, and he's on this alien planet, and he's in this market. So part of this, I had to, there's all these different vendors selling different knickknacks. Here, like there's some chickens, some different alien
That's
birds.
A double page spread.
Yeah, double page spread. Some sacks of whatever. Here's some octopus. He's selling some. This guy's selling some like octopus thing. Come here, get your juicy octopus. These are some bags or
space octopus.
Yeah. This I don't know, like bags of herbs. I was thinking, and the ladies here is trying to take currency. She has a little charging port to charge for credits. Some burlap sacks of stuff. Here's someone that's coming with a supply of other things. There's some knickknacks, some fruits. There's a lot of work. This was all hand drawn and traditional. This is some alien fruit here in the foreground. kind of see. And then these two guys are trying to hawk some old electronics.
But there's nothing you can repurpose in
No.
this
And this
cut and paste.
here he's going to the octopus vendor because he's hungry. See, I was going to make a lot of this stuff up, but the more I think about it, it's like the less I can make up, because then there's going to be people that are going to be like, oh, that's not what it looks like. You know, that's not what the Chinatown market looks like. So
It's your job to make it larger than life. So you pack a lot of stuff in there. It's like a movie set, you know. Because I think when I went to Chinatown Fair to do my drawing, when I visited, it's very disappointing because it's very small, and then the front is just a regular boring sign. So you definitely like play it up and make it larger than life.
no, I'm just remembering this thing here with the octopus. This was all me. This was the writer did not write any of this stuff.
Oh,
This was me setting up this vendor here selling this octopus to eat, or octopus kind of thing. And then this guy, kind of like this fugitive guy, is like, you know, I guess he's hurt or so, I don't remember. But then he starts talking to this vendor. He's like, yo. And then the bounty hunters, this group of bounty hunters behind him, it's like, hey, bub, you know, where do you think you're going? And then he grabs the octopus and throws it at his face. And then that's what distracts the bounty hunters. I think one of them is a Green Lantern. And they're having a hard time pulling the octopus off of the guy's face while the guy runs away. Yeah, this was all me. This was not the...
wow.
And here are our bounty hunters, and here are... so there's a lot of stuff that's being set up. And this market, like some of this architecture is from the Prince of Persia, where it's a little bit more, it's going for a little bit more sub-Saharan, Middle East type of architecture, markets. All right.
That's a good composition, though. I think you should do that.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, holy cow! But if I were to do a vertical piece, I think it might be a little bit. If I were to do it vertically.
Well, you have the bridge all up there. Right?
Yeah, this is so.
The problem with 11 by 17 is vertical is very vertical.
So, this is what I was initially thinking about.
And you gotta place your main character very early on.
But the thing with the vertical composition is that I don't get a lot of real estate for the market. And I can't, everything's kind of really compressed into one or two stalls, right? So if you guys can see this, this is the vertical composition.
You have deep space, though.
The horizontal, I get to put more of the showcase a little bit more.
Where do you have the Monkey King?
In the vertical one, he's up top.
Oh, so he's on a cloud, right?
He's on a cloud,
floating.
But then
That's kind of cool.
The other ones, like Zubajin, Pigsy and the other characters would be, down here with the people. And
I like that.
He's kind of like surveying. So there's definitely, a focus here. And then if I were to kind of do a diagram, you got this part here, and then you got all this stuff kind of going back and forth. And then you have the vertical buildings kind of going up and down. And then, here there'll be a lot of shop names, but or it could be underneath the bridge already. This is another idea. Expanding upon that, we're already underneath the bridge.
So it's mostly in shadow.
Yeah, but there's some light, and then the Monkey King could be floating
Underneath.
in the air still. Right. It would be the reverse of the other one. But your arcade is underneath the bridge, isn't it?
No, it's
No?
just basically right on, like on Mott Street. It's on a Mott Street storefront.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if there's already Mott Street, then
Yeah, but I'm doing an interior.
so this could work as a vertical concept.
Yeah, it's a powerful framing device.
What does chat think? What's going on in chat? Well, not 3 months old. Matthew Crossart's son is 3 months old, not 3 years. Who said 3 years?
Yeah, we knew him a few years ago when he didn't have a kid.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I accidentally say a couple years?
Yeah.
I meant months.
I was like, that's crazy.
My bad.
You're
He got
newborn.
married maybe less than a few years ago.
I gotta go make dinner.
All right.
All right.
So
See you, Fletch.
Fletch, I'll be there on Friday, so I'll try to catch your
Lucky
your
you
panel
guys.
at 4.
Oh, okay, great.
Yay!
Make sure you ask Sean Gordon Murphy about the time he slept in a dumpster.
do you need
I
a
will
pass to
not.
get in?
It's a
Wait,
true
I will
story.
though.
Huh?
Yeah,
Sean, should I? I'll do
yeah.
it.
Get up and ask that question because he did sleep in a dumpster. Like his father basically said, once you're 18, I don't pay for anything. And then he ran out of money and slept in a dumpster for a while. So he was homeless.
I'm gonna get kicked out.
No, he actually tells that story because it's
Does it?
Inspiring.
yeah, it's inspiring because it's rags to riches.
Okay. I don't want to embarrass him. That's all. But if you say to ask him the question, I'll try to work it in my.
No, he brings it up, so I think he's proud of it.
Be like, I heard you like dumpster diving. Me too.
Ask
That's
him.
something totally different.
Ask him what he thinks about Sean Chen.
Speaking
You
of
keep calling me Sean Chen, but I'm Sean Sussex. I'm Sussex now.
Sussex, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Sugar Sean?
You know, Meghan Markle says she's Sussex now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Sussex now.
Are you
Megan
part
Sussex.
into the English royal family?
Yes, I'm royalty.
All right, guys.
See you later, Fletch.
And I'll see you guys
See ya.
this weekend.
Have fun.
Thanks, Fletch.
Bye.
Bye.
I mean, I can still kind of do the same thing on a horizontal.
So that's the bridge above.
Yeah. No. I could still do a similar thing. And I guess I would have more room for more vendors because it's more horizontal.
So what is the Monkey King kind of doing? I mean, he's floating, but
He's just kind of floating.
eating something, or
Maybe he's floating and he's eating an apple or a peach. You know, he could be eating like a peach. And then, you know, Pixie could be here. There's like a old lady vendor. Here's Tripitaka on the horse. And then maybe Sandy's here. You know, the whole thing with the fish market was I was thinking like Sandy could be reacting to the fish because he's a sea monster, sea demon. He's trying to save the fish. But it's all fruits.
well, this is going to take a while. How long do you think this drawing, after you have the layout, how long do you think it would take to draw it and color it
I
too?
have to draw it in a day. I mean, I won't be able to finish it by the end of the month because, you know, this weekend is this WonderCon. So, I mean, the earliest I can finish it is next week. So I'm thinking of the angle is if I go back to where was the YouTube video? If I go back to the YouTube video where they're underneath the oof. When she's first coming around the corner. Is this it right here? She's coming around the corner to the, yeah, so something like this angle. Could I fib like a fish market? These are all veggies and produce.
You don't feel like cheating it?
You know, there's going to be some lady there that's going to be like, that fish market ain't there.
And they don't mix the fish and the fruit.
These are
You
like
ever see
dry goods.
that trash can full of
Oh, look,
frogs?
there's like dried fish here.
Look.
Yes. It's dried. This is dried goods.
Dried fish.
Dried fish, dried mushrooms. Yeah, that's the. So, kind of like this. If I stopped it here, right? You have the bridge above. You have the mall to the left. And you have some stands to the right. And what I would do is, the fidge part is that if I were to do a diagram, if I were to do a diagram, and this is the street, I would do it from this angle here. Do you see that?
Oh wow, this is a map that's not going to appear in your drawing, right?
No, this is just, I'm processing where I'm going to be drawing everything, right, or what I'm going to be drawing. So this is kind of the street corner, or maybe I might move back a little bit. And then so what I'm going to see is I'm going to see this mall underneath with more shops or more street vendors here. And I'm going to put some street vendors, sidewalk vendors. You know, maybe a car. Right, so it's almost this angle that I stopped it at, or this maybe moved back a little bit. Because as this lady's walking, you know, she's yeah, almost this, you know, like this. So we have like the store goods on the right. On the left right now there's the van, but in place of the van I would put, you know, another
food cart, right?
Food cart or vendor cart or more shit on the street sidewalk area. And you would see the bridge behind and the mall, that plaza. Is that what it looks like now, or is that, did they fix that up? That plaza?
I didn't walk.
Because there's, I'm not sure, this is not the same one. This is a different plaza, right? This one here? Because Two Bridge Mall, this is like something that looks completely different. I mean, it's brick and it's glass. It does look newer. And then this one has like the old mall has an archway.
I say just draw whatever looks cooler to you.
So East Broadway Mall. So this is the East Broadway Mall. Yeah, so they fixed it up. Because this is what it used to look like. Or am I looking at it from the other way? There's another entrance. There's this entrance, there's this side. I think this is also what Jerry was mentioning.
Yeah, I think it's directly under the bridge.
This is inside the mall. I've been inside the mall. They used to have like a video game kiosk in there.
Yeah.
So you see this side right here. This one is, see how it's all brick and it's nice now? Oh, okay. So maybe that's the other side. So this is still there. No, this is 6 years ago, this picture. 6 years ago. So I think they fixed this. Well, let me see. 88 Palace. Yeah, this is where the 88 Palace is. This is the 88
That's
Palace.
The dragon shootout scene on the escalator.
Yeah. All right. I gotta pee. Let's get out of here.
So next time we see this, it'll be done.
next time we see this, it'll be. Well, that'll be next week. Sean, you got anything you want to add? This is a very. These last couple streams, I haven't been able to finish anything.
Oh yeah, we're getting old. It's hard to draw.
Did you see that the Teen Titans basketball post on Instagram that I put up? I think it's at around 10,000 likes now.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why. I mean,
that's a lot. And the
Some
wood
things
flooring.
just go viral.
huh? Something, yeah. And it's I think what's pumping it up is like a lot of people are reposting it or whatever. Oh yeah, look at this. It's at 10,400 now. So
You could make a print
1,000
of
a
it.
day, huh? I can make money with
You
this.
can make a print, right?
Oh yeah,
you
I'm
can
gonna
make a print of
I'm
it.
gonna make a print of it
Yeah.
for WonderCon. Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah,
You
I
guys.
mean, the color. Oh yeah. So this weekend on Saturday, when you guys are at WonderCon, I'm going to be doing a 24/7 Comics Valiant thing interview. So I think it's around 1 p.m. Eastern time. You can drop into the chat, ask anything, especially if it's about Valiant and the early days of me.
It was a live
Wait,
stream.
on Friday or Saturday?
Saturday. It's Saturday. Yeah.
Live stream. Okay.
Ask if you ever slept in a dumpster.
Yeah, you can ask it. I will answer. You'll be too busy though, because
Ask him
You'll
who
be on
stole
the
all the reference
convention floor.
material from the Valiant Studios.
I think I'm just going up there for Friday anyways, so I'll have plenty of time to ask really awkward questions on Saturday.
Cool.
Ask him.
Post on your Instagram too.
Yeah, I'll put a link to it. It's called a Valiant TDLR with 24/7 Comics, and he's doing a weekly roundup of the old Valiant days. So sooner or later, all the Valiant players, including Bernard, will be guests on that show to kind of give their testimony of what happened back then.
You'll have to do it, Bernard.
Ask him who was the smelliest artist in Knob Road. I think I've told that story here.
Wait, who's the smelliest?
Mr. Wendell.
I'm not gonna. There was,
come on,
one
he's
summer
no-
I went in there and I was working and I'm drawing, my head's down on the table. And then as I'm drawing, all of a sudden, like, I get punched in the face with this pungent, foul odor. I was like, oof! It's like, what the? I looked up, trying to see who walked by me. No one's walking by. I'm like, oh, I gotta catch this person. I put my head down, I start working again. A couple minutes later, boom! I get another upper left hand. I look up, nobody walked by. Sean's sitting over there to my right, and the tables are some of them are perpendicular to each other. And then finally, I'm gonna look up. I'm not gonna look down. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna sit here for a couple minutes and see who's walking by. And a couple minutes go by, nobody's walking by. Everybody's at their desk working. And then boom! I get hit with a third punch. And I realized there was this guy sitting perpendicular to me, sideways. And as he's drawing normally, he's fine. But then he flips the paper and he goes like this. He lifts his arm up like this. That's when the smell was like, oh. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's like sometimes he's vigorously erasing, so he's like pumping his armpit.
Oh,
armpit around.
man.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, white guy type thing.
I mean, it was in the summertime because he would ride his bike to work. So I think, he built up a good sweat. So I just moved my table. I don't know, did I say anything to him? I probably did. I was a real dick back then. I probably said something to him.
Back then? Only?
Yeah. Back then. No, I was a bigger dick back then. Being I'm a jerk now, I'm like, I was worse back then.
I think you chase people down and be like, you peed in the sink?
Well, that's something different.
Don't worry,
That's
I'm
a
addicted.
hygienic thing.
That is. I would tell somebody if they smelled. I feel like sometimes they just don't know.
There was that reminds
Or
me.
maybe they do.
That reminds me. Okay, let me ask this question. This is one of those. Am I a jerk or what is that? There's a subreddit. Am I the asshole?
Mhm.
In college, in my dorm room, we'd have there'd be one room with like 2 people, and then I'd have my own separate bedroom. But on the weekends, like Saturday and Sunday, the other 2, one of them was an RA. Was he an RA? No, he wasn't an RA yet. But he would go and sleep over at his girlfriend's dorm room. But he wouldn't turn off his alarm. So his alarm would still go off like at, I would say like 8 a.m. or 7 a.m., right, to wake up. But because he's not there and the other roommate is not there, the alarm would go off. And I would be like, just, in starting my sleep mode, and the alarm would just go off and it wouldn't go off. And I'd have to get up, walk into the other room and turn off the alarm. So after a few times of this, I finally went to the guy. I said, dude, if you're going to go sleep over at your girlfriend's room, please do not set your alarm, because when it's going off, I need to sleep in because I'm working late at night. And he's like, okay, yeah. And sure enough, like the next day, the alarm goes off again. And I was so pissed that I woke up, I walked in this room, and I smashed his alarm clock. And I put like a hole in it, and it went off. Then I went back to sleep. And then he came back in like that night, and I heard him like, oh, wow, holy shit. And he's like, hey, Bernard, did you see who somebody came in my room and smashed my alarm? Did you see who did it? And I said, no,
I did it, fool.
At first I said, no, I don't know who did it.
Really?
And then the RA came in and said, hey, do you know who did it? And I said to the RA, yeah, I did it. Because I told the guy to turn his alarm off, and he keeps not turning it off, and it's waking me up. And then I went to the guy and said, okay, look, I'm sorry I broke your alarm. I'm going to buy you a new one. Right? And I said that to the RA. So, I'll buy him the exact alarm clock that he has, and I'll buy him a new one. And so I went down, and it's like a cheapy, it just showed the time, and it had like an alarm. There's no radio, there's no nothing, and I think it was like $20 or something. So I went and bought him one. And then lo and behold, the guy was like, he said he paid like $40 or $50 for it. And he wanted the money so he can go and buy one with a radio and everything. And I'm like, no, I'm going to buy you the same exact one that you have. Then I'm going to replace it because I broke it. But I don't know. What would you have done?
I'd be like, I'd give you the money. But then again, I broke it for a reason. I'd be less apologetic, but I don't know. When people mess with my sleep, I get really grouchy.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it was only once. I mean, this was something that was like midway through the semester. So it had been building up.
You're dealing with like college kids, though. College kids are like notorious. I had a roommate in college. She was god awful. At first we got along. We were like friends. And then I don't know, it just like flipped with her. And then I wasn't about to explore like why she decided not to like me anymore. Because I had my own friends anyways. But she knew I hated country music, and she would play it on repeat. Yeah. Just because she knows I hated it. And we didn't have any rooms. We only had one room, and with both of our beds. There's like no getting away from it. And she knew I hated like a song that was just so terrible. I just remember the lyrics. She thinks my tractor's sexy. And it was just so horrifying. It was terrible. But yeah, that goes to show, you know, college living with people.
Lurky Lurk had a good idea. He wouldn't have smashed it. He would have opened it up and cut the speaker leads. That's smart. That's smart, Lurky Lurk. Where were you 30 years ago?
I don't think it fixes the problem though. He's just gonna get a new one and keep on doing it.
I think it would be harder to pinpoint who went in and then cut the. If you cut it at a specific point and make it look like it, it just fell off or whatever. That would be genius.
You're just gonna have to keep on going in and cutting it off every weekend, though.
Well, no, but if you cut it,
he's gonna be going through.
The revenge is him missing class.
As somebody, I'd be very apologetic if I did that. So obviously, it's kind of an accident, but then also, he should have been more mindful. But also, they're children, basically. But I'd be like, oh man.
I mean,
I'd feel bad.
I had specifically because by this time I was already working at Valiant, so I would have basketball practice, stay up and draw a monthly book, and so I would be up until like the sun rises around 6 a.m. Then I go to sleep, and I had scheduled all my classes to start at noon or 1 p.m. So I didn't have any morning classes because I knew I'd be up all night working. But, this guy's alarm would, go off. And he wouldn't be there to turn it off. So it was just at a point where I just couldn't take it anymore. I wish I would have kept that alarm clock. Out of all the things I kept, anyways. All right.
Sean, do you think he's an asshole for this?
Well, passive aggressive, but,
Who should we raid?
It's something I would do now.
Who should we raid? There's Overlord JC. What is he drawing? Is he drawing something? It looks like he's drawing something. Overlord JC. Does James Cole have or anybody in chat want to raid somebody?
Kavel draws, he says. KAVEL_draws.
Shantaki. What?
James Quo has a suggestion.
Who?
James.
Yeah.
It's Kavel draws. KAVEL_draws.
KAVEL_draws.
Okay. Well, Matthew has a channel too. You guys got to follow Matthew's channel. Kavel draws. Okay, this guy's drawing something in his sketchbook. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you're coming to WonderCon, way high, I'll see you there. Anything else before we get out of here? Happy holidays. Thank you.
Was that Courtney?
Yeah. Thank you, Yojimbo. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week.
All right.
Bye.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Ooh, I really gotta pee.
Just pee.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
did we raid?
have a good show.
It looks like it went.